Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about first club experience and underaged. So if you want to learn more about the time that I went to the club underaged and met some guys, so you know that there was drama girl, then let's carry on with this video. So I would say that this happened and I was about 18 years old. So I was a year behind of being allowed to go into the club legally. And I was so excited to go to the club. Honestly, that was like one of the main things about me turning 19, because in Canada, you have to be 19 years old to go to the club and get alcohol legally and all that stuff. So I was so excited. And my cousin was like, well, I know of this club. It's all ages and it's downtown. So if you want to come with me, and I was like, I'm there. So I ended up going to the club with him, and my whole entire family ended up coming actually. And my first time there, I actually had such a great time, and I was just like, I love this. I love the atmosphere. I was definitely one of those club girls for sure. And so I got used to it. I ended up meeting a couple guys, and there was this one guy in particular that I would see pretty much every single time that I was there, and he'd pretty much just stay with me throughout the night. I would say he was probably 3 years older than me, so wasn't too bad of an age gap. And he was at the club actually because his cousin, I believe, was younger, so he was taking her the same way my cousin was taking me. And so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the club at this time. So one night I was at the club, and I was, like I said, at this time, especially at this time, I was so into my type, and I did not necessarily stray from that. But I feel I have this mode in the club where it's just you know what, you're in the club, whatever, I feel your inhibitions goes down, even just being in the club, and you're sober. At least for me, I wasn't worried about oh, my type, I'm only gonna dance with my type, all those different things. I was I'm gonna dance with anybody that I think is cute enough, especially if it's a song playing, especially if it was Work by Rihanna. I'm playing that damn song. I'm definitely dancing. I don't care who you are. So anyways, I had just gone into the club, and I was with my sister, and these two guys pulled us to dance with them, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I was dancing with this guy, and whatever, it was a good song, so I stayed. And I'm the type of person in the club where I don't like to stay in with the same person. I'm a tease. But I don't like to stay with the same person for the entire song, because that's so boring. Especially I'm wild, I'm free, I don't want to, stay with you. I'm not your girlfriend, so why do I need to stay with you, So I like to bounce around from different people. And for this song in particular, I guess I was just chill with it. And so I ended up staying with the dude that grabbed me. And keep in mind, I still have no idea what this guy's face looks like till this day. I have no idea. And so I ended up dancing, and if I bend over super far onto the ground, Dina, Dina from Jersey Shore, if you know what I'm talking about, I love you. I like to bend down far, okay? And so sometimes, if the guy has, a jeans on, I like to hold on to his belt loops with, my fingers. So I'm, bending down, and I'm holding on to his belt loop. And so I'm doing that, doing my thing, whatever, and I guess, he's enjoying it because, your girl is a pretty okay dancer. And at one point, he's, grabbing my hand, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then he ends up moving my hands. And my hand goes and lands on something, and it feels like skin. This sounds so dumb, but it feels like skin. And then I realize he's still holding my hand while I'm holding the object, and he's making me go like this, on it, and I'm just what? And I finally clue in, because I was a dumb idiot, and I'm kind of into the song while he's doing this and not fully paying attention. And so clue in, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy whipped out his. And I'm just are you fucking, how does a guy do that? Oh my god. Why? Explain to me, please, why? Why? So I immediately like go like this, and I don't even turn around, and I'm just like, you're disgusting. And I run off to the bathroom. And so my sister is next to me, and she was dancing with like maybe his friend or something like that. I don't know. And my sister sees me like running. And so my sister comes after me, and she's like, what? Like, what happened? And I tell my sister that he put my hand on his little piece. And she's just like, oh my god, that's so gross. And she's like, here. And so my sister is, she's like my mom's sister, and so she's like washing my hand for me and like making sure whatever, because I honestly wanted to cry. Like, I thought it was so disgusting. And so yeah. I really don't know like why that happens in the club. Like, has anybody ever done that to you? And honestly, when I was legal enough, that happened to me again. But this time, like the second time that it happened, when I was like legal and I was at the club, like it happened with this guy that I went to high school with. Like, I didn't go to the club with him, but I ended up seeing him there. And so like obviously him and I are like dancing and stuff like that. And he does the same thing to me, and I'm like, what the, like, why is that a thing like guys do in the club? Like, so that night I didn't end up seeing him again. Honestly, I don't even know if I did, because I didn't actually like see his face. But I didn't end up dancing with anyone of his skin tone again, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was the time that I pretty much got sexually assaulted, I guess. Maybe that's a reach, but it's kind of sexual assault at that point. Definitely not consensual. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my first time at the club, at an all ages club, and I was sexually assaulted. Let me know, has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened at all? Like, is that a thing, or do I just attract that? I don't know. Let me know, guys, down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to like and pin my favorite comment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.